Imagine a gaming experience so unforgiving, so meticulously crafted to challenge even the most seasoned players, that it feels like a hidden gem buried within one of the most beloved franchises in history. That's exactly what Ocarina of Time Master Quest offers. And now that the Wind Waker is available on the Switch 2, I can't help but plead with Nintendo. Bring back this masterpiece for a new generation of gamers to discover. Sure, the Switch 2 hasn't graced us with a brand new Legend of Zelda title just yet, but it has breathed new life into one of the franchise's iconic adventures, the Wind Waker. For years, the only way to play this cel-shaded classic was either on original GameCube hardware or via a remaster on the Wii U. Now, thanks to the Switch 2 expansion pack's GameCube emulator, fans have an easier and more accessible way to dive into Link's nautical escapades. But here's where it gets controversial. Why stop there? Why not take this opportunity to reintroduce another hidden treasure from the same era? For those unfamiliar, European GameCube owners who completed the Wind Waker were treated to something special: Ocarina of Time Master Quest. This wasn't just a rehash of the N64 classic. It was a complete overhaul, designed to push players to their limits. Enemies were tougher, puzzles trickier, and dungeons completely reimagined. It wasn't enough to simply know Hyrule Castle inside and out. Master Quest flipped the world map entirely, moving Death Mountain to the west instead of the east. Every step of the journey demanded precision, patience, and a sharp mind. Let's talk about how this game transforms familiar locations into unrecognizable challenges. Take the Great Deku Tree, for instance. What once felt like a straightforward tutorial area suddenly becomes a labyrinth, requiring players to rethink strategies from the ground up. Dodongo's Cavern? Forget everything you thought you knew. It's been rerouted into a multi-layered puzzle box that will leave even veteran players scratching their heads. And don't get me started on the temples. Both the Forest Temple and Spirit Temple are riddled with brain-bending mechanics, such as time-based block puzzles and intricate platforming sequences that toggle between young and adult Link. But the difficulty doesn't end there. Even navigating through these areas becomes a test of endurance. You'll encounter an iron knuckle far earlier than expected in the Fire Temple, forcing you to adapt quickly. Meanwhile, constant time travel segments throughout the game keep you on edge, testing your memory and ability to track which era you're currently in. Collectibles like gold sculptulas, they're tucked away in increasingly obscure spots, foreshadowing the painstaking collection quests seen in later titles, like Breath of the Wild's Korok Seeds. And this is the part most people miss. Master Quest isn't just about making things harder for the sake of it. It's about creating moments of sheer panic and frustration that make victories feel earned. One of my favorite examples comes from the bottom of the well. Using the wrong key at the wrong time might convince you that you're permanently stuck, prompting a desperate restart. Spoiler alert, you're not actually trapped. Yet, the illusion of being cornered is so convincing that many players, including myself and my friends back in the day, would reset our saves without realizing we could press onward. These psychological twists are what make Master Quest stand out as a precursor to modern Souls-like games. Speaking of which, does anyone else see parallels between Master Quest and From Software's notoriously punishing titles? Picture this: a Zelda game where every mistake feels like a personal failure, where every victory feels monumental. That's precisely what Master Quest achieves. It's Dark Souls wrapped in the warm, nostalgic blanket of Ocarina of Time. While Nintendo has evolved into a multimedia juggernaut with theme parks and blockbuster films, Master Quest harkens back to a simpler, grittier era of game design, one that aligns more closely with the experimental spirit of Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, or Majora's Mask. So why does this matter today? With Metroidvanias and roguelikes dominating the indie scene, Master Quest would feel right at home among classics like Hollow Knight, Dead Cells, and The Binding of Isaac. These games thrive on exploration, escalating difficulty, and clever level design, all hallmarks of Master Quest. Releasing it alongside the Wind Waker on the Switch 2 would be a bold move, appealing to both longtime fans and newcomers eager to explore the darker corners of Hyrule. Unfortunately, Nintendo hasn't made it easy to revisit Master Quest. The last official release came bundled with Ocarina of Time 3D on the 3DS, locked behind a New Game Plus mode. Since then, the only way to play it has been through the rare PAL version of Wind Waker or unofficial means. But with the Switch 2's GameCube emulation capabilities, the stage is set for Nintendo to truly test its audience. Could this be the moment they finally bring back the ultimate challenge for Zelda enthusiasts? What do you think? Should Nintendo reintroduce Ocarina of Time Master Quest to modern platforms, or should it remain a relic of the past? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear whether you agree or disagree.